This is Dr. Ariel Lerner from IMRA with a message to a clueless White House source. Now, this week, an extremely smug and equally clueless White House official briefed Ariel Schmidberg of Yisrael Hayom about the take-it-or-leave-it peace plan that President Trump is preparing to present to Prime Minister Netanyahu and Mahmoud Abbas later this year that meets 50% of each side's requirements. Why clueless? I will address the elephant in the room first. The White House official asserted that a team of 3 kippah-wearing Jews is the best American team Israel could ever hope for. What a clueless American. For Israelis, the American dream team would be 3 Bible-thumping, Israel-loving Christians. 3 kippah-wearing American Jews means 3 American citizens determined to demonstrate that they are not tainted by dual loyalty. And to make matters worse, as kippah-wearing American Jews with various relatives living in Israel, they are extremely confident that they can self-test. That's to say, if they, as kippah-wearing American Jews with relatives living in Israel, feel that the Trump deal is acceptable, they'll turn a deaf ear to any Israeli arguments and concerns against the deal. I can't think of a more catastrophic combination than a bunch of American Jews whose priority is to demonstrate the absence of dual loyalty, who at the same time are confident that anything they personally consider acceptable should, by definition, be acceptable to Israel. Clueless about the moderate Arab states waiting to pitch in, or that such a deal in any way would facilitate reaching goals elsewhere in the region. Sure, the Arab leaders talk the talk about the Palestinians, but no one really wants a sovereign Palestinian state. They know a sovereign Palestinian state would be a destabilizing element in the region. First, whatever deal the Palestinians accept, if they accepted a deal, that deal would be considered insufficient by much of the Arab street. It doesn't serve the interests of the Arab leaders to be identified with such concessions. And ultimately, there's a good chance that a Palestinian state would become a radical state aimed at undermining its neighbors. For a preview, consider how Hamas supports terrorism against Egypt. It's gotten so bad that Egypt has so far bulldozed a 1.5-kilometer wide sterile zone on the Gaza-Sinai border in a desperate attempt to put an end to the arms smuggling from Gaza in support of terrorists fighting the Egyptian army. And clueless about the Israeli street. Now, sure, we have ex-brass eager to support basically any plan that includes Israeli withdrawals, but they aren't the Israeli street. The White House official thinks that promises of economic bounty combined with an admiration for President Trump's moves against UNESCO and Iran and a fear of Trump's terror will drive the Israeli street to support a deal that meets only half our needs. But the Israeli street isn't that naive. They appreciate that implementing a bad deal is a recipe for economic disaster as the security situation deteriorates. The Israeli street also understands that there's only so much that the United States can be expected to do when a bad deal sours. If President Trump presents Prime Minister Netanyahu a take-it-or-nothing deal that splits the difference, my guess is that Netanyahu will stall for time in the hopes that Mahmoud Abbas is the first to say no. But at the end of the day, if left with no choice, Israel will say no. And it won't do it because of coalition problems, though it might be a convenient excuse. It will be because no is the answer we can literally live with. Sure, President Trump and his 3 kippah-wearing Jews will be seething, but a news cycle is a news cycle a day, a week, a fortnight, maybe even a month. And some crisis or scandal replaces the Israel-rejected Trump deal story. And we all move on.